Welcome back, you guys. Your boy CK. This video took me literally days to put together. So right off the bat, I'm gonna ask if you could like the video. But first, I gotta at least tell you what it is. So it's pretty much the NFL, but the first letter of your name decides which team you're on. So we talking alphabets. Aaron Rodgers, he's gonna be on the A squad, of course. Tom Brady is gonna be on the T squad. We're going by first letter of your first name. Patrick Mahomes on the P squad, etc., etc. Claim your name in the comments. That's the team you're rooting for by default, man. We did not choose our names when we were born, but that's the team you were stuck with. So go ahead and claim it. Let's aim for, 10,000 likes. Okay, I never asked for likes, but can we make this one of my most liked videos of all time? Now let's go ahead and show you guys the squads. Now I know a lot of you guys play MUT, and sometimes you don't feel like grinding to get the best teams. So if you want to just buy some training or coins or players, head on over to MUTreserve.com. Use my code CK. And not only will you be rich one day, but you'll also get 15% off your order. So for the A squad, obviously they have Aaron Donald, Aaron Rodgers, Alvin Kamara. This is one of the best teams in the NFL in this experiment, man. Just top to bottom, just great player after great player. Now we were only allowed to have 53 players max on each team. So there are going to be some players in free agency that obviously have a name, but couldn't make it onto a team because there were just so many players. The A team is an 89 overall. Here's a better look at them. Multiple X factors, a lot of stars, superstars. The B squad was not too shabby. You have Bobby Wagner, Brandon Brooks, Buda Baker, Byron Jones, Brian Burns. A formidable team. Not quite as top heavy as the A squad, but they have a solid squad. They were able to fill out an entire roster. If you're a letter that can do that, you're in contention. That's all that really matters. At quarterback, they got Baker leading the way. Kind of struggling at the skill position on offense. That's one thing that might hold them back. O-line's really good. Defense especially is disgusting. So we'll see if defense wins championships. Now the C squad is my team. Shout out to all the C's out there, okay? We have Run CMC leading the way with Chandler Jones, Cameron Jordan, Chris Jones, and Colin Kaepernick at quarterback, along with Carson and Cam, bro. I love all these quarterbacks. Obviously, it's the team I'm going to be rooting for. Not going to rig them, to win every single game. Not going to force win. Actually, I might, if it gets close to the playoffs. I'm only kidding. That's not going to happen. We won't need it because look at all these X factors. D-line, disgusting. Secondary, nasty. I got the C squad going deep in the playoffs. We're an 83 overall. Our defense is going to carry us. But I'm not going to lie. The D squad is looking
disgusting.
Devontae, DeAndre, David, Derrick Henry, Dalvin Cook, Darren Waller. Oh my goodness. Just so many 90s on this squad. And Deshaun leading the way at quarterback. Darius, big play, Slay. I'm scared of this squadron. I'm not going to lie. Probably the favorite to win this entire thing. 93 overall. Their offense is a 96. Their defense is not shabby at all, man. They're a 91 on that side with 4 X factors. Everyone's at least a star or better. It's looking kind of scary. I'm proud we were able to get almost an entire team of players whose name starts with the letter E. I didn't know if it was going to be possible, but we scrapped free agency. We looked at practice squads. We did whatever we had to do. Got guys like Eric Berry, guys like Earl Thomas III. So, this team is not terrible. Could definitely see them squeaking into the playoffs. They have Eric Kendricks as superstar on defense. Offense, their only guy with X factor, Zeke Elliott. Stuck with Easton Stick at quarterback. That might be tough to overcome. They're 79 overall. We'll see if Zeke can carry him. The F squad, we were only able to find 15 players in the entire league. That doesn't mean they didn't have some studs. Fletcher Cox, Fred Warner, Frank Ragnow, Foye Sade, Frank Clark, Frank Gore. There was definitely a good amount of good players that made this team, but there just wasn't enough to fill out a roster. So for teams like this, letters like this, after we show all the teams, they're going to go ahead and sign free agents to fill out their team. But I highly doubt it's going to be good enough to take them deep. Who knows? It might be. For the G team, we were able to get 44 players. They got themselves a 97 George Kittle, Grady Jarrett, Garrett Bowles. So this one, they're not too top heavy. Only 2 guys in the 90s, but they have a solid roster, almost able to fill out an entire team, and definitely some notable names. Gardner Minshew leading the way at quarterback, but they too are probably going to have to go to free agency to fill out their roster. Not the worst team though, not even close. I think they're middle of the pack. For the H team, we were only able to get 24 players in the league. A few monsters though. Harrison the Hitman, Hunter Henry, Harrison Butker, Hassan Reddick, Harold Landry, Henry Ruggs. There's some talent on this team, but right now they don't even have a quarterback. They're gonna have to scrape the bottom barrels of free agency just to fill out a team, so you probably won't be hearing too much of them, come playoff time. Same thing for the Eyes. Isaiah Wynn ends up being their best player. They do have Isaiah Simmons, Irv Smith, Isaiah McKenzie, but yeah, just not even close to being enough to fill out an entire roster. The J team might be, if not the best, the second best in this experiment. 90 overall, 53 out of 53, one of the most common letters to start a name with. They had so many guys left over in free agency, like good players too. That's how nasty this team was. Look at this, 80 overall players. You have Jalen Ramsey, JJ Watt, Julio, Jair Alexander, Joey Bosa, Jason Kelsey, quarterback Josh Allen, Justin Herbert, Joe Burrow. I got them going to at least the AFC Championship. Just way too much talent not to. Defense, you have 5 X Factors, a superstar, Khalil Mack leading the way for the K team. This team surprised me. I didn't know they'd be this good. Keenan Allen, Kyle Fuller, Kendall Fuller, of course, Kenny Clark, Kevin Byard, Kareem, Kyler Murray leading the way at quarterback with Kirk Cousins. Do not sleep on the K team. Matter of fact, they're one of my sleeper picks to go all the way. We were able to get 50 out of 53. Not too many weaknesses on either side of the ball. They're an 84 overall, which is good enough to win, I think. Not a powerhouse team, but a scrappy team that can definitely get it done. We were able to get 48 people whose names started with the letter L. Lamar, of course, leading the way. Him and Levante, the 2 highest overall. Larry Tunsil, Lane Johnson. So the O-line is looking really good. Running back, of course, LaShawn McCoy, Leonard Fournette, Le'Veon, Latavius Murray. Wide receivers, Fitz in his prime would have been nice, but it is what it is. Defense looking solid. L'Jarius Sneed at cornerback. LaMarcus Joyner, they're going to be able to compete. The M team ends up being the Eagles. If my C squad can't make it, this is the next team I'm rooting for. They're a 91 overall. We got 53 guys. Myles Garrett leading the way with Mitchell Schwartz, Michael Thomas, Michael Pierce, Mike Evans, Matt Ryan leading the way with Matt Stafford, Mariota behind him. I think on paper, this is the second highest overall. When you look at it, you understand why. There's literally like no weakness on this squad. I mean, look at this defense. This secondary might be the best in the NFL. The end squad had 51 players in the league, but they're only a 74 overall. Nick Chubb leading the way along with Nick Bosa, Ndamukong Suh, Naeem Hines. But then there's a drop off, man. Only 4 guys, I think, at an 80 or higher. But they have Nick Foles at quarterback, along with Nelson Aguilar. They reunite, and it might be looking dangerous. Now, as for the O team, we were only able to find about 20 guys whose name starts with that letter. So Odell's leading the way with Olivier, Orlando Brown, OJ Howard. So they have some notable names, but after that, not too many, and definitely not enough to, fill out an entire roster. They're going to scrap free agency. We got 38 people for the P squad. They're only a 74 overall. Now, at first, it looked promising because, of course, you have Patrick Mahomes, you have Phillip Lindsay, but then, there's a huge drop off, man. The offensive line not looking too hot. Defense, you have a couple stars, and that's about it, man. So it's going to be tough. Patrick Mahomes, if you do this, props. Hey, yo, the Q squad actually had a good amount of players. Way more than I was expecting. Quentin Nelson, Quentin Williams, Quandre Diggs. Only guys at an 80 or higher. Hey, they're going to scrap free agency, but shout out to you if your first name starts with Q. Our first full roster in a while. The R squad. Russell Wilson, Ronnie Stanley, Rodney Hudson, Richie Incognito. So the offensive line is absolutely disgusting. They might have the best offensive line, and I'm liking them as a dark horse candidate to win the entire thing. Elite quarterback, elite offensive line, elite skill position talent. Their D-line might hold them back a little bit. Now, one guy at a superstar or a star. They do have Sherman. The S squad, we were able to get a full roster as well, with Stephon Gilmore and Stephon Diggs leading the way. You got Saquon Barkley, Shaquille Barrett, Stephon Tuitt, Shaq Mason, the Griffin brothers. This team is not bad at all. Quarterback could be a little bit better, but the talent around Sam Darnold is good enough. Maybe not. I mean, the offensive line is looking kind of rough. All right, the defense, okay. The defense looking really good. All I'm saying is don't sleep. The T squad is top 2, and I don't know if they're 2. Travis Kelce, Tyreek Hill, Tom Brady, the Honey Badger, Trent Williams, Teron Armstead, TJ Watt. So many 90s. It's looking scary for the rest of the league. I can't even lie to you. This was one of those letters that was so common. We had to leave some guys in free agency. I might even move Tyreek to running back. Hey, look it up. He played it before, okay? It's not a cheating. And their defense, obviously multiple X factors. The U squad, I'm just glad that you were able to get a few players. It would have been kind of sad if they didn't have anybody. So shout out to them. Uche Nwosu leading the way. The V squad was looking promising at first with Von Miller, Vita Vey, Von Bell, but there wasn't enough to fill an entire roster, not even half. So we'll see if the free agency can help them, make a playoff push W might have had more players than the V squad. With Wyatt Teller, Will Fuller, William Jackson. You know, if this was last names, I think they would have been able to fill out an entire team, but it is what it is, man. You know, they still got a solid roster. They even have Will Greer at quarterback. So at least they had a quarterback, man. The X squad low-key surprised me. Only ones that came to mind off the bat was Xavier Howard and Xavier Rhodes, but they actually had a decent amount, man. Double digits. Even the Y squad surprised me. Young Hoku leading the way with Yannick, Yatergros, Matos. They had about 6 players in the entire league whose names started with Y. And finally, the Z squad with Zach Martin, Zadarius Smith, Zach Ertz as the only guys with an 80 or higher overall. They didn't quite have a quarterback, but they're gonna see what they can do in free agency as well, man. Don't forget to subscribe if you guys are new around here. Gonna be doing a ton of experiments like this. So if you want to see more, go ahead and hit that button. It's free. We're going to simulate and see which one of these letters goes the furthest in this experiment. So in the AFC, it was the B squad coming out on top with the best record. The R team was second at 13-3. The Broncos, the D team, also at 13-3. The E team with Zeke leading the way, end up 12-4. That's insane. The Colts, the J squad, end up 12-4. The C team, my team, ends up 11-5. At least we made the playoffs. The L team only took 6 of those and make the playoffs as well. The T squad had the best record in the NFC. They went 14-2. The A squad ended up going 12-4. The N squad went 12-4. The M squad also did really well, 11-5. The K team went 11-5. The S team went 9-7, and then the G team also made the playoffs at 9-7. So Mahomes was not able to take the P team to the playoffs. Odell couldn't carry the O team by himself, and the X squad was the only winless team in this experiment. Colin Kaepernick led everyone in passing yards for the C team. Nick Foles represented well for the N squad, and then Wilson was third for the R team. Josh Allen for the J's ended up throwing the most touchdowns, almost 50. Rushing wise, the A team took that one, Alvin Kamara, and Aaron Jones had the most rushing touchdowns, so their team was doing well. Golden Tate for the G team led everyone in receiving yards and receiving touchdowns. What a season. Best offense in the league was the A team, the J team right behind them, and then the D squad in third. The D team had the best defense though. The K team ends up second, and the J squad ends up the third best defense. The J team took home the MVP with Josh Allen, Russell Wilson, and Aaron Rodgers rounding out the top 3. In the playoffs, the R team beat the L squad in the wild card. The D team destroyed the C squad 42-3. I'm sad my team went out like that. And then the J team beat the E squad in the first round as well. As for the NFC, the N squad beat the S team. My second team, you know, the M squad, ended up beating the K team. Eagles beat the Cowboys, you know, you love to see it. The A team destroys the G squad to move on to the next round. In the divisional, the J team beat the B team, and the R team beat the D squad in the AFC. In the NFC, the A team and Aaron Rodgers beat the T squad and Tom Brady. And the M team and Matty Ice beat the N team and Nick Foles to move on to the championship. And then we had the J team and Josh Allen beat out the R team and Russell Wilson in the AFC. And the A team and Aaron Rodgers beat out Matty Ice and the M team in the championship. So it ends up being the A squad versus the J squad. Let's see which one of them comes out on top. How many of you guys had these teams going all the way? It's easy to see why the A squad made it. I mean, Aaron Rodgers, he's a monster. But they barely squeaked by my second team, the M squad, in the championship. So it wasn't the easiest path to success. Either way, yeah, you know, Rodgers gonna do his thing. Look at him scrambling to the bottom of the screen. Yeah, you might want to get rid of it. If your name starts with the letter A, you gotta be happy though. Gotta be thrilled. Look at the way Kamara's running. Wow, look at the penetration in the backfield. The J team's defense is looking crazy. That was Jordan Poyer with the tackle for a loss. Third and forever. Let's see what Rodgers does. Over the middle. Not gonna get the first down. No surprise here. They're gonna go for it on 4th and short. You'll love this. Let's go. Oh, that's too easy. Wow, he had the tight end wide open. What is he doing? I have the J team going deep, so this is not a surprise to see Josh Allen and company in the Super Bowl. Look at this dude just starting off with a bang. Joe Mixon, my new franchise running back in my CFM, you know what I'm saying? If you want to watch that live, link in the description. But yeah, just know he's an absolute monster. Okay, his arm bar, his stiff arm, it goes crazy. Okay, just saying. You feel me? 2nd and 8. Joe Mixon can also catch the ball. Uh-oh, safety blitz. Get rid of it. Get rid of it! Damn it. Adrian Amos pushing them almost out of field goal range. It's a 3rd and forever. Let's see what they do right here. Josh Allen just going to dump it down, get some of the yards back. But it's the A team who ends up being the best letter in the alphabet, man. They come out on top, beat the J team by 2. And that's going to wrap this one up, man. Once again, if you do enjoy these type of videos, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Thank you so much for watching to the end, and I'll see you guys on the next one.